going to make stewed fruit, which is going to be used to put over pork chops, anything similar. Goes with pork, fruit, also goes with chicken. I'm putting the allspice and the cinnamon in with the butter. That'll dissolve it. It'll smooth out the two items. Well, one item, cinnamon, which is really a pain in the neck to blend into something without having little pieces showing. Like when you make French toast, you see clumps of it on the French toast. That's why I don't use cinnamon powder. I use whole cinnamon and soak it in the cream to pick up the flavor. So while that's going on, I might as well put the ginger in there. This will give it a nice bite. So this is similar to a filling you might put in a pie. I would also put bananas in this, except for the fact my wife doesn't like bananas, so that's out. I'm going to put in the apples. You can dice them smaller. I want to leave like chunkies. That's 3 Fuji apples. But you can use whatever apple you want. Fuji has a little flavor, some apples don't. The cherries that I'm using are frozen cherries, so I'm going to put them in at the end. And then the fresh pineapple. I mean, you could do this with any fruit mix. That's in there. The sugar I'm going to add a little later. Now I'll put the water. No, I can't put the sugar in later. I have to put the sugar in now because this is going to give it the syrupy consistency, and that's what we want. So I'll put in a 1/4 cup to start. Now you could use brown sugar also. That may take more. And I'm not using any sugar substitutes for this. Cover it. Bring it to a boil and let it simmer until everything is cooked down and almost like applesauce. So I'll check back in about 20 minutes. Well, 20 minutes have passed. Now I'm leaving the lid off and I'm going to let this cook down. Before I do, I will just taste the liquid. I must say, that is going to go great with the pork chops I'm having tomorrow night, and breast of chicken, not with fish, but with poultry and pork. This goes great. It's even good on a nice big ball of Haagen-Dazs vanilla with this over it. After it's finished, it'll be thick enough. So I'm going to let this cook for another 10 minutes just like that and see what happens. Okay, 10 minutes has passed, so it's been 30 minutes. You see how much liquid is left in there? Very little, right? Now what we're going to do is, if people like a lot of sugar, if you triple the amount of sugar that's in there, which I wouldn't do, then it might thicken because it make it syrupy. And since I'm not doing that, look at the amount of liquid, see? This is a tablespoon of cornstarch with a tablespoon of cold water. We'll drizzle that in there and see if that was enough. Notice how it's thickening. And it's on a very low flame. And that is perfect. See how shiny everything is? It looks like a pie filling, and you know what? It could be a pie filling. But we're going to have this on top of pork chops tomorrow. Believe me when I tell you, this is delicious. And let's not forget the cherries. Now that's not enough cherries in there, but that's all I had in the package in the freezer. But on the recipe, I put the amount you should have, so I doubled it. And the cherries make it look good. And there you go. That's enough to put on 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 pork chops. Or 4 pork chops in case they want a lot. So I hope you enjoy that.